Is it smooth sailing from here on out? Or is this the calm before the storm? Should we change the way we prep? Hey guys, it's Jara with Wicked Prepared. Today I'm sharing a prepper pantry haul, and I'm going to show you some things you may not have thought about or even know existed. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to tell you how you can enter to win $100 worth of freeze-dried food for your prepper pantry. Even while many people breathe a collective sigh of relief and are optimistic for a brighter future ahead, I don't believe it will necessarily be smooth sailing between now and January. What about you? And winter is fast approaching, which for us means being ready for the possibility of extended periods without power, heat, and access to the grocery store. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the thing you never expected to happen to you will happen, and at the least expected time. There's never a good time to not be prepared. For those who feel comfortable with their preps and maybe getting complacent, I have a few challenges. 1, make sure your preps are being rotated and your gear is being tested. 2, challenge yourself to live off your preps for a week or two to discover the holes that you need to fill. And 3, focus now on making your food supply healthier, cleaner, and more nutritious. We believe you're never done prepping because there's always rotating and improving to be done. So let's jump in and see what we added to our preps and our prepper pantry this week and why. I'm going to start over here with this stuff. So first up, we've got a first aid kit here. This is a first aid kit from Jumpmedic. We love Jumpmedic's first aid kits. This is our second kit from them. And this is a hard-sided kit. If you saw, we've shown the first kit we got a few times on the channel, and it's in a bag, like a soft-sided bag, a big one. It's an awesome kit. So this is a kit that's a little bit smaller, but it does come in a hard-sided case that will protect it. So this could be great for a lot of different things. It'll sit nicely on a shelf, and it could go in your car. I actually have not even gotten into this yet. I'm going to be doing a full video review on it, but I opened it up and I was going to start taking things out. And then I thought I didn't want to spoil how it looked all nice before I showed it in the haul. So they have awesome, awesome, awesome kits. So you can see here, they've got a list so that you know what's in here, so that you can know what you have. You can find stuff. You can replace things after you use them. This is actually a really nice hard-sided case. It's nice quality. You can see that it has a waterproof seal here around the lid. I don't know if all of the Jumpmedic kits come with an extra small empty kit, but this is the second kit we have with theirs, and the other one came with a small extra kit also. So the idea with this is they're giving you a small empty pouch that you can transfer some of these things into if you wanted just to take a little grab and go. Or you could just use it for other purposes. And I think that's really awesome. These are really nice pouches. This is different than the one that we got in the other kit. I'll link the other kit down below, and I'll link the video that I did on it in case you're interested in seeing that if you haven't already. But this is just a really nice bonus to these kits. And then, of course, you've got all of the contents of the kit. This here is actually the kit that we already have. They have a whole assortment of different kits, and their kits are super, super quality. So Jumpmedic kits are designed and packed by an Oregon paramedic. So this guy knows what he's talking about. He knows what kits really need. It's not going to be a bunch of just floofy stuff or junky stuff. Our kits have quality supplies that other companies lack, and we sell them for a third of the price. And that's absolutely true. What I found with the kits that Jumpmedic makes and sells is that I spent years and years and lots of money compiling items for first aid kits myself, and I look in these kits and I see the types of products that I buy and put in my kits, quality things. So these are really great kits. Things are well organized. You can see this is a bag with some tools, and it's got a lot of different bandages and things in it. I'm not going to get into all of this really right now because, like I said, I will do a full review on it. I'm just giving a little bit of a peek. See, they put in things that other companies don't necessarily think of. These here are gloves to protect your hands if you're going to be treating someone, or to protect the person you're treating. All sorts of things in here. This kit is smaller than the one that we got before because, like I said, it's for lots of different purposes. This will be great for maybe keeping in a vehicle or giving as a gift. This is the time of year that I am really starting to think about gifts, and for my adult children and some of my siblings and stuff, something like this can make a really good gift. But this is a great company to work with. They don't charge shipping. They have amazing, amazing kits. Go check them out. I'm going to put the link down in the description box below the video so you can go see what they have to offer. And we also have a coupon code for all of our viewers. Next, I've got a few little survival gear type of items here that I've picked up recently. So this is just a small little carabiner knife. This caught my eye. It was very inexpensive. It's not like a super high quality item, but it was inexpensive, and it was something that I thought was cute and looked really handy. You can see that this is pretty small, and it will clip onto, I think this would be great on my keychain. I wanted to have this on my keychain, so I always had just some sort of a little blade with me. It's a nice little hooked blade. This is great for opening packages and things like that. It does have the, whatever you call that, safety thingy. So very simple, but something that I thought would be cute on my keychain. I also think this would make a good gift. So I grabbed one to check out, and I may end up getting more of these. And next I got this. I'm going to open this up. This is a solar lighter. I am going to open this up. Tell you what, I found this solar lighter. And from the picture on the website, it didn't look like it was something that would be very compact for like traveling or taking with you inside of maybe your bug out bag or your car because of the way this piece sticks up. But it came packed in this flat package. So I could see that it actually can be pretty portable, because I actually ordered at the same time something similar to this that's in a little case that closes up just to have something more portable. But now that this is here, I can see that it might be more portable than I thought. I am going to open it up so you can see. Now it shows this with a cigarette. I don't smoke, so I don't really like that it shows a cigarette on it, but you can put tinder in here or anything like flammable like that. A piece of tinder is a great thing to put in here. And basically this is going to focus the sun's rays up at whatever you have sticking in that. So I guess you could pack this up just like this in a little case and carry it with you like this, and then just put it together when you needed to use it. Now, of course, a benefit of a solar lighter is that it has no fuel or anything like that that you could run out of. But one of the drawbacks, just like any other solar equipment, is that you're not going to have much luck with it when the sun's not out. So you never want to put all your eggs in one basket anyways when it comes to preparedness, but I always like to try different gear and have different options available and have different things to choose from when I'm putting together kits and things like that. And then along the same lines, I got this pack of, I think it's 10 or 12 of these Fresnel lenses. They all come inside of a little sleeve. You can see this is like basically paper thin. This is just like a magnifying lens that is good for, you can use it for fire starting and things like that. And you can also just use it as a magnifying glass. So I think this would be great. I picked up this pack of 10 of these because these would also be a great stocking stuffer or gift for people. This would be good to throw in your wallet or your purse, throw one in your car. I think these would be great for first aid kits as well, to put in a first aid kit, because sometimes I cannot read the instructions on the back of a medicine bottle, number one. So this magnifier could really help with that. Or if you're trying to take out a splinter or something like that and you need to see the area better. But also you might be able to use the measurements for something like maybe seeing how far a rash spreads from a central point or things like that. So it was very inexpensive for this pack of, I think, 10 or 12. And I think this will be a great addition to a lot of kits and a great stocking stuffer for people who need a little preparedness gear. Next, I've got, this is my Ruby shipment that came this month. And I just realized that I could arrange these all like this. I love this because it's in rainbow order. So red, orange, yellow, green, purple. These are little packets of basically like a drink mix, but it's not, they are a nutritional supplement kind of, but they are 100% fruits and vegetables. So this is a great way to have a lot of variety of fruits and vegetables in your home, just in case you can't get fresh from the store. And that could be during every day. Like we drink these on an everyday basis just for health, but it could also be during emergency situations when you cannot get fresh food. This is all made from freeze-dried and powdered fruits and vegetables, which we know is the most nutritious way to store food. And each one of these packets contains like 3 to 4 servings, I believe, of fruits and vegetables. So that's a lot of servings of fruits and vegetables right here. And each one has a different flavor. So each one has different fruits and vegetables. And that's why I get all of the different ones. So we're consuming the highest variety of fruits and vegetables that we can. So you can see each one has something that it's really meant for focus. This is one of my favorites because I definitely need just mental focus and brain help. This is my other favorite I like to get because it has the least amount of carbs, because it's the highest in vegetables and the lowest in fruits pretty much. For stress, for immune support, for heart health. And the best thing about these is that even my youngest daughter, who is super picky and like doesn't ever like to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables most of the time, she actually loves these drinks, and she will drink these in with milk or almond milk or something like that, and she absolutely loves them. And I just love knowing that she's getting nutrition in her diet. And I like them for myself for that way too. But because they are so small, such thin packets, I also like to stick these into bug out bags, keep them in my vehicle and in my purse, and to put them into little MRE packs that we make. They can be mixed into liquid to make a drink, but you could also stir them into yogurt or oatmeal or anything like that. So, and you can just see the huge variety of different fruits and vegetables that you're going to get if you consume each one of these different flavors. And then back here, I've just got a couple of different drink mixes. So I've got a bunch of boxes of each of these. These contain 6 packets. These contain 10 packets. I was so excited. I found these at Dollar Tree. I was amazed. My kids used to absolutely love this. It's not actually cocoa. It's just cinnamon flavored, like cinnamon sugar flavored. So there's no chocolate flavor in it. My kids loved it. And then I'm pretty sure they stopped making it. I couldn't find it anymore. I'd kind of forgotten about it until I walked into my Dollar Tree and saw them on the shelf. I was so excited. I grabbed a few because I didn't want to take everything they had on the shelf. And then when I went back the next time, I noticed they actually had stacks of the boxes of them in the aisle. And so I grabbed a bunch more. So this isn't even all that I have. I have a whole bunch because I'll probably never be able to find it again. And my kids love it. And having these will stay good for a long time in the packets they're in. And having like drink mixes like this, so you can just mix with some hot water if you are, especially if like the power goes out in the winter and it's cold in your house, it's good to have. This one I picked up from Amazon. This is a favorite of mine. It's the sugar-free spice cider. I know people used to say they could find it at Dollar Tree. I don't remember the last time I would have found the sugar-free at Dollar Tree. I haven't even found the regular spice cider at Dollar Tree in my area in a long time. This is just a drink mix that I like to have for a quick hot drink. I do drink these regularly, but it's also good, like I said, to have hot drink mixes in your prepper pantry for those times that you might want to make a hot drink in an emergency. The one thing I was disappointed when I learned about these is that even though they're sugar-free, they actually do have some carbs, and they also have a bunch of pretty undesirable ingredients in them. So I think of this as a guilty pleasure. It's just something I try to limit myself to having just 1 packet a day, and I add in some collagen and some prebiotics and other things like that. But I do like to have it as something for me to have besides coffee and tea. And buying this 12-pack on Amazon was the cheapest way for me to get these in my area. I can't find these anywhere around me anymore. Next, I've got some seasonings. So I got this Goya ham. It's like ham bouillon, basically, ham flavor concentrate, and it's packets. I like these for things like beans or pea soup and things like that, especially like with pea soup. And beans and split peas are great things to store in your prepper pantry if you'll eat them. I would usually make pea soup with a ham bone after we've had ham, but if you were in an emergency situation, you might not have the ham to put in, or at least that ham bone to really flavor the broth. So I like to have these on hand for things like that. And I might use them for meals in a jar as well. This Kinder's, we love their seasonings, and they have so many. This was just a buttery poultry blend that I noticed at Walmart. So I had to grab this because it sounded really good. And with, Thanksgiving coming up and everything, I just like to have a lot of seasonings on hand also, because you can make so many different meals from your prepper pantry food if you have a lot of different seasonings and not get sick of eating the same thing over and over. Then I got a Southwestern seasoning mix that's in some recipes that I like to make sometimes. And then this one is a dill seasoning. I love dill. Love it a lot. So I like to put it in lots of things. And then down here is just a savory umami seasoning, which I like for lots of different things. And I'm going to probably put this in some ramen too. And then right here, I got this little tool. It's a little kitchen tool. So this will be really good for like food prep in the kitchen, which is really important for preservation, for preserving your own food and being a little self-sufficient. So canning, freeze drying, all those things that we like to do. So it's a garlic prep tool. I should say that first. So this in here, it comes with one of these. I've actually never had one of these, and I've been wanting to try this way of peeling garlic. It's such a simple way, but people say it works so well, and I've actually never tried this. You just put the garlic cloves inside this rubbery sleeve, and I think you just rub them like that, and the peels come right off and the cloves fall right out. So that comes with the set, which is awesome. It also comes with a brush for cleaning. But what I'm most excited about for this are the like chopping blades, because I like minced garlic like this. I don't really like it pressed through the garlic press as much. I mean, I like it, but that to me is a really messy way to do things. And I don't really like to chop it up with my hands because then my hands smell like garlic forever. So I do use a lot of the bottled minced garlic, and I started using a lot of freeze-dried minced garlic because the freeze-dried is closest to the fresh. But sometimes if I have fresh garlic to use, I like to have a way to chop it. So here you can see you could slice it, put it through the slicer, and then I would take the slices out and put them then through the dicing part, because otherwise you're going to get long skinny strips if you just put the whole clove through here, if it's a bigger clove. And then everything falls down into the little cup, which you can put this in either way. And the cup also has where you can rub the garlic on here to make like a garlic paste, basically. So I really, really like kitchen tools to make my kitchen prep a little bit easier and faster, especially if we're doing preserving, so we're doing a whole lot of it. So I'm excited to try this tool. Next, I got 3 big bottles of Ortega taco seasoning. I like this one. I'd been buying other brands for a while because this one had gotten more expensive, but last time I checked, this was the cheapest, again, I think, per ounce. And we use taco seasoning for so much. Anything from just tacos to different casseroles, all kinds of different dishes. We use a ton of taco seasoning. So it's cheaper to buy it in bulk containers like this than in the little packets. And so I just buy it and measure it out. Needed a restock on this. Next, I got some Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. Now, this was from the Campbell's deal that I posted a while ago in my Deals and Steals Facebook group. And this just came recently because some of the items that you could use that deal on wouldn't come for a while. But if you are a prepper and you have a good size prepper pantry, you already have everything you need, pretty much the shelf stable things. So you don't need anything right away. So it's okay to wait to get a better deal. But when I ordered from that deal, what I really needed was cream of chicken soup because that's what I was lower on. I use both, but you could only order so many of the same items. So I had to order some other things to reach the amount to get the discount. So I got these 4 packs of cream of mushroom soup because I do use this as well. I use Campbell's cream of soups as an ingredient mostly in cooking. So for me, the first thing I ever learned to cook, the first thing my mother ever taught me to cook was tuna casserole. And the recipe she taught me uses cream of mushroom soup. It's so interesting to hear people's different recipes for tuna casserole. So let me know down in the comments, did you grow up on tuna casserole like I did? And if so, what was your recipe or your mom's or your grandmother's recipe? Ours used the cream of mushroom soup with some milk and some mayonnaise and frozen peas, and of course the macaroni and tuna and a crumb topping. But that is still, to this day, a dish that I really, really, really love. A good tuna casserole. Now, over here, I've got a few phone accessories that I recently got because you know that I think of like our cell phones as a really important tool. It's something we should always have on us for emergencies. I mean, if you're stranded somewhere, it's your way of communication. It's your way of navigation, finding your way home. It's a way that people could track you. If you are lost, there's a lot of different reasons we need to keep our phones handy. So any accessories to keep my phone charged and handy, I'm all excited about. Now, I recently have been learning about MagSafe. Now, MagSafe, I think, was an iPhone thing. I don't know a lot about iPhones. I'm not an iPhone girl, but there's a lot of accessories for this MagSafe. I think with iPhones, the MagSafe is built into the phone, but with other phones, like Android phones, you can get a case with the MagSafe. So this is an example of a case that has the MagSafe magnetic ring kind of thing built into it. So I use an Android phone, so I just started using the MagSafe cases. Now, I'm sure some of you out there have iPhones and know more about the MagSafe and will fill me in on the details down in the comments, but I have just started getting these MagSafe cases for my phone. I think I'm actually returning this case because I don't like it as well as the other one that I got, but I put it here so I could demonstrate how these things work. So these are a couple of phone stands. And since I do a lot of work on my phone, I need to be able to have my phone, stood up. So this one, they both have the ring, which is going to attach to the MagSafe. And so this one has this that you can open and close. So this could stick onto like a tray table on an airplane. It could stick onto the edge of your kitchen cabinet if you wanted to have your phone with a recipe, lots of different things. And then this, of course, angles all different ways, and it is a strong like angle so that it will not just fall and flop over. So I'm pretty excited to try this one out. And this is a similar kind of idea. It's a little bit more compact, so I like that. But this is one actually has the MagSafe on both ends. So you can see it's on here, on this end, and it's also on the other end. So you could put two devices on it, or you can also just stand it up like this. You can turn it all around. Or you can, I tried like sticking this to my fridge or my microwave and having my phone on the other side if I wanted to have it in the kitchen. It's got the screw mount for like camera type of equipment, like tripod kind of equipment. It's got this little thing here. So it's got a whole lot of features in this little compact package. So I am super, super excited to try this out and carry this with me. And then the other things I've got here, these are a couple of things that are similar to one another, but they're different. They're just two different straps that you can use to basically wear your phone like a crossbody bag, sort of. You're wearing your phone across your body. They come with these type of things that go inside your phone case to make a little tab that sticks out of the phone case with the ring so that you can attach the straps. So for me, this is really handy because, like I said, I always want to have my phone with me, and I am terrible about dropping my phone and breaking it. I've been through so many phones. It's terrible. So for me, having something to keep the phone secure on my body so that I can have it with me and not be so worried about dropping it, but it's accessible to me, is really important. So I tried these out, and I think I'm going to be very happy with them. So this is just one. It's a thinner strap, and it has these little things on it so you could hook something on if you wanted with like a little carabiner or something that would be in front of you. And then this one is a thicker strap, and it comes with a little wallet purse bag thing already attached to it, which of course you could take off if you wanted. So just a couple of different options that I'm trying out, and they come in different colors and patterns. I know this one comes in a lot of plain colors, which I like, so you can get them to match with different outfits. They're not very expensive, but for me, I like to have a lot of my things modular so I can grab and go. So if I have a purse or a backpack or something like that that I'm throwing my phone into, that's great. But if I want to have my phone out and I'm not carrying a big bag, then something like this is going to be just what I need. Next, I've got my Thrive Life delivery for this month, for the beginning of the month. So Thrive Life is well known in the prepping community as a really, really good, high quality freeze-dried food company. But I've also got a few other things here that aren't freeze-dried. So I've got their chicken bouillon here, which I really like this chicken bouillon because it doesn't have MSG. It's actually vegetarian, which is not why I like it, but I'm surprised that this vegetarian chicken bouillon tastes like chicken and tastes really, really good. And next I got some of the freeze-dried sausage crumbles. We love these sausage crumbles. We like them in a lot of things like breakfast dishes and things like that. So these are freeze-dried. So basically they've got a 25-year shelf life when they're in these cans. And this is a huge can. This is a gallon-sized can, each one of these cans. Once you open it up, you actually have a year to use it up on your shelf. Of course, if you're doing something like making meals in a jar or repackaging it into smaller quantities, you can extend that shelf life back out if you seal it up in glass mason jars or Mylar bags and use oxygen absorbers. So you can imagine how good that would be for emergencies. And we also like to use them for other purposes. Like I use them in my meals in a jar. I just recently made a Soupa Toscana meal in a jar, like a dry soup mix in a jar, which was delicious. And I actually made a low-carb version as well, which was equally as delicious. I used cauliflower for the potatoes, and I used the sausage and the kale. And so I actually have been making up some single serving size little jars of the Soupa Toscana soup that I can just throw into my mason jar warmer and make a single cup of soup anytime that I want it. So this is the low-carb one with the cauliflower and the kale and the sausage and everything else. And then this is just the regular one with the potatoes. And I tell you what, like once I realized I could use my freeze-dried food to make basically my own homemade convenience foods, it really has changed things for us. It makes it so much easier for us to eat homemade stuff at home and eat more nutritiously. Like when I eat this low-carb soup, I'm basically eating a bowl of cauliflower and kale, and I'm enjoying it. To me, that's amazing. But the fact that I can also make just add water meals that have all of the vegetables, all of the meat, all of the dairy, everything they need right inside of the jar. There's nothing else I have to add later. It has really been amazing, and it's made it so much easier for us to eat healthy at home, even if we're having really busy nights. So besides the sausage and the bouillon, I got a thing of mozzarella cheese. So this is shredded mozzarella cheese. It's real cheese. And I love these cheeses. You just add a couple tablespoons of water and it'll come right back to life. It'll melt. It does all kinds of great things. And then I got some scrambled egg mix because these items are all on sale this month, and that's why I grabbed these. That's pretty much how I do my shopping there. A lot of people think that it's expensive to buy freeze-dried food, but it can be a lot more manageable if you shop from what's on sale. And if you also consider how much waste it's going to save you, because everything is shelf stable, so you don't have to worry about, throwing away the unused portion of your vegetable or your meat if you only needed a little bit and you bought a whole package. But these scrambled eggs are really, really good, really tasty. Most people, you don't even know the difference between these and fresh scrambled eggs. So it's important for me, if I'm going to have something in my prepper pantry that I'm going to be using, that it's something that we enjoy eating and not just mixed into a recipe. And that's the same with the instant milk. I did grab a gallon-sized container of the instant milk powder because this is 50% off right now. And I try to keep a lot of this on hand because we go through a lot of milk in my house. My kids love cereal. We use it for cooking and all sorts of things. We go through a lot of milk. So for some reason we couldn't get it from the store, we would definitely want to have some on hand. And we even use this, just times that we've run out of milk and I didn't have a chance to get to the store, we have something we can turn to. But milk and eggs and shredded cheese are all staples in my house. We use a lot of those. So I figured I definitely need to have shelf-stable versions of those on hand at all times. Now, this is a small order for me, a relatively small order for me from Thrive Life. But the reason for that is they are going to be having their huge Black Friday sale starting really soon. So I will be ordering more when that sale starts. They're going to have all kinds of discounts, really, really great deals, amazing prices. It's a great time to stock up on this freeze-dried food. So if you want to make sure that you remember to check out the sale when it goes live, text the word alert to my number that I'll put at the bottom of the screen, and that'll add you to my text alert system where I send out a notification when these big sales go live so that you have the best chance of getting what you want at the best discount. And then it also puts you on the list for any kind of coupon codes or anything that they might come out with down the road. You'll be on my list. I do have a feeling they might be doing something also for Cyber Monday, so you definitely want to be on that list. But we really love this food because they are known for their clean, non-GMO food. Most of their food is gluten-free, and they're very, very, very careful with cross-contamination. And they have, they tell you right on every product if it is gluten-free, and that's something you can definitely trust. So it's really, really great for people who are concerned about what is in their food and what kind of food they're putting in their body. We love this company so much that I actually became a consultant, and I did that mostly to get the best price on things for myself, but it's really turned into just an amazing, life-changing experience and business. So if you do want to check it out, make sure you use the link that I have down in the description box below the video to make sure that you are going through my site and getting all the benefits that we offer to our customers. Being a consultant has some great benefits for anyone who's interested in stocking up their prepper pantry with the best stuff for less, because number one, consultants get free credit back on every purchase they make. And if you sign up now for this month and the next 3 months, they are doubling that free credit to give you 20% free credit back on all of your own purchases, in addition to earning cash commission and free credit on any sales that you make to anyone else that you refer. And another good benefit is that consultants actually get to shop a day early. And there's been plenty of times that I've seen some of the best items sell out on that early access day. So it's definitely a good thing to consider if you're looking to stock up on freeze-dried food, or to add healthier options to your prepper pantry, or to make meals in a jar, any of those things. Next, I've got some things from Walmart. I've got some Alfredo sauces here, a bunch of the Great Value Alfredo. I've got 2 different size jars because depending on how much I need, if I'm doing a recipe or if I'm making a big family dinner with Alfredo, or if just 1 or 2 kids want some Alfredo, it's less likely to go to waste if we use an appropriate size jar, but it's cheaper per unit price if we buy it in the larger jar. But of course, it doesn't matter how much money you saved buying it that way if you end up throwing half the jar out. So that's why I also buy the smaller jars. But my kids think that this is the best tasting Alfredo sauce. They love it. They like it much better than any of the other ones, which is fine with me because it's cheap. I think pasta is a great thing to have in your prepper pantry. It stores for a very long time. At least where I live, I have never had any problems with it, and I don't store it in any special way. And there's so many different options you can do with pasta because there's so many different sauces. They've got Alfredo, pesto, regular marinara sauce. They've got peanut sauces that you can put on pasta. There's so many options. You can throw in canned meats and proteins and veggies and have all sorts of different meals. So we keep a lot of pasta and a lot of sauce on hand in our prepper pantry. And then here I've got a few other things. These are the peas and carrots in cans. So I don't know if it shows up on the video, but these are actually smaller size cans. So they're about half the size of a regular can, 8.5 ounces. So these can be great for somebody who's prepping for like a smaller family or 1 or 2 people. So you don't have larger cans than you need opened if you don't have refrigeration. I also like to use these for my meals in a bag sometimes. My meals in a bag are a complete meal with all of the ingredients you need to make the whole meal, all shelf stable, all contained in one bag, and I include the water. So they're really a great way to do emergency meals, so you don't have to do a lot of thinking or hunting around during a stressful emergency situation. Just grab a bag and get to town cooking, and you can feed your family. So these sometimes can be good for those meals in a bag if I don't need a full-size can, because you want to have just the amount that you need for the recipe in your bag. These chopped clams, I love seafood. I like canned seafood. I think it's another great protein item to have in your pantry, and it's healthy. You can do different things with clams, like casseroles, pasta dishes, soups, chowders, clam dip, things like that. Lots of things to do with clams. This was actually a deal on Ibotta, which is a rebate app that I love to use. I've saved so much money using Ibotta over the years. So this was on a deal, and so I grabbed a couple of these. Next, I've got a couple of these Tide to Go mini pens. You used to be able to get these at like Walmart and places. I haven't been able to find them anywhere around me. I'm starting to wonder if they stopped making these mini ones. They have the Tide to Go sticks that are longer, which I have some of those, but I really like to have these mini short ones because sometimes that's what fits into a little like bag or kit that I need to have a Tide to Go pen in, or something that I'm putting in the kids' school bag so they have it at school. So I've been paying way more than I would like to pay for these little mini ones on Amazon. So if anybody knows of a better place to get these, let me know. But I cannot find them near me any place a little more reasonable. And if they've stopped making them, I probably won't be able to find them at all after a while. So I'm actually wondering if there's a way to refill these, but I am not sure about that. Next, I've got some pet items. You know that we love our animals, we love our fur babies, and we make sure to prep for our pets just like we prep for ourselves. And that includes keeping food on hand for them, extra water for the pets, any kind of medical items that they need, first aid type of items. So these are actually for our guinea pigs, which we have 3 guinea pigs right now. I don't show a lot for the guinea pigs because they don't need a whole lot, but these are some urinary support supplements, which that is an important issue with guinea pigs, is keeping their urinary health good. So this is the kind I've used before. I get a 3-pack of these Oxbow urinary support. And then this is a new kind that I just read about because one of my guinea pigs has been having this sludge, is what they call it. And so I want to make sure to get that under control before it becomes an issue. So I heard really good things about this Sherwood brand. So I'm trying this for the first time. And then I also got this tried and true one that I have gotten before. I actually was having a hard time finding this. I've had a hard time finding a lot of these Oxbow supplements. Even online, they'll be out of stock everywhere that I look. So now that I found them, I grabbed a 3-pack so I make sure I don't run out for a while. That's another one of the benefits of being a prepper, is if you can stock up on things, as long as you're sure you'll use them before they go bad or become not as powerful anymore, then you don't have to worry as much about not being able to find something. And then I got some more freeze-dried dog food or pet food. One of the things I love about this food, because this is a really amazing food, but I love that this is good for dogs and cats because we have both. And so for emergency situations, like if I'm packing an evacuation kit to make sure that if we had to leave the house, we have what we need for our animals. It's just less packing for me to do if I'm packing things that can be used for both, that are multi-purpose. And we know that freeze drying is the most nutritious way to preserve food. So this is actually some of the best animal food that you can get. It's amazing. And this one, I grabbed this one bag, but their Black Friday sale just started. And one of the things that's included is the freeze-dried pet food. And you can actually it's buy one, get one 50% off and free shipping, which is amazing. So I'm going to be ordering some more of this. So if it's something you've been looking at, a freeze-dried, really high quality pet food for your animals, go ahead and check out the site right now. This would be the time to grab a lot of the items. This company is amazing as far as the quality of their products, and they're caring for animals and what's best for the animals rather than what's best for their bottom line. So right now is a great time to check it out while their Black Friday sale is going on. It's certain items that are included in the Black Friday sale, and they're all buy one, get one 50% off with free shipping. I'll have a link for that down below so that you can check it out if you have fur babies that you like to prep for. This freeze-dried food, because of the way it's packaged, it's not in a can like the freeze-dried human food I showed you earlier, although this is human grade with no GMOs, no hormones or antibiotics. It's very good food. But because of the way it's packaged, they don't package this for long-term storage. They package this for about 2-year shelf life. But the way that I look at it, we rotate through things, so we don't really need much more than a 2-year shelf life. But if I'm putting some of this away, like in a bug out bag or an evacuation kit or something like that, then I will seal it up in Mylar bags to make it a little bit longer lasting. And then just one more pet thing that I grabbed was this gourmet baking mix. I thought this was so cute. This was really just a treat. I thought with the holidays coming up, my daughter loves to bake brownies and cookies and things like that, my youngest, and she loves to do stuff for the animals, so I thought she might like to make some little doggy treats out of this mix. Would make it easy for her. So I'm excited to let her try that. Next, I've got a few snack items. It's always important to have snack items in your prepper pantry. That is the one thing I hear more often than anything else when people have had to live off their preps for a while, whether they've been through a hurricane or an ice storm, or for any reason they're stuck in their home eating off of the food that they have in their home. Everyone always says they wish they had more snacks, more easy things to grab and snack on. So I always try to keep lots of snacks. This is something new I'm trying because I try to keep away from a lot of extra sugar and carbs. So this Lily's brand is pretty well known for like their chocolate chips and chocolate. So these are chocolate covered almonds because I love chocolate covered almonds, but I like the ones with the real chocolate and not like just the cocoa dusted. I mean, I like them both, but so I wanted to try these and see how they are. So I got it's a 3 or 4 pack I got from Amazon. And then these bread and butter pickles, this is actually little pouches of pickles. So it's kind of like a snack pack. We have some people in our house who really, really love bread and butter pickles and sweet pickles. And so my thought with these is, you know, anytime you can get individually packaged snacks, it's good that you can pack it in your bug out bag or something. But the other thing is, if you don't have refrigeration, you might not want open containers of different foods. Like I actually keep pickles out on the counter a lot because they're pickles. So if I don't have room in the fridge, I just leave them out and they're fine. But it is nice if you can have little individual serving packs that you can just open what you need. And these will also be great for sending along with snacks for the kids to make sure that they stay rotated. I, for some reason, had it in my head when I looked at these on Amazon. I thought they said keto friendly, but they clearly are not because they do have sugar in them. So they've got 9 grams of carbs. So I don't know what I was thinking of or looking at, but these are probably not going to be so much for me, but we have other people in the house that will eat them. And that is a big pack from Amazon. Next, I have some Dollar Tree items here. Well, this isn't from Dollar Tree. This salsa verde in this little can. This, once again, is a 7-ounce can, so it's a smaller package. But they do sell this at Dollar Tree, and I had grabbed one at Dollar Tree for a meal in a bag. I was making a Dollar Tree meal in a bag, and that meal came out so delicious. It's probably like my favorite one I've ever made. So I wanted to grab a lot more of these salsas to be able to make more of those bags. And what I found out was that this is cheaper at Walmart. Like a lot of things, Dollar Tree is a good deal for some things, and for other things, not so much. So you just got to be aware and shop around. So this was a little cheaper at Walmart, so I grabbed some more at Walmart. This was at Dollar Tree. I was excited about this. Everything but the leftovers seasoning. This sounds really similar to a seasoning that I've heard about at Trader Joe's that I really want to try. I think it's called the same thing, but I don't have a Trader Joe's near me, so I haven't been able to try that seasoning. So I saw this at Dollar Tree, and I thought this would be really good to try. So I grabbed a couple of those. I did get some of their little individual serving cups of veggies. These are for a project I'm doing, but these can be really great for people who are prepping for just one person or just 2 people, and smaller appetite people who may not be able to go through a whole can. If it's an emergency, you won't have refrigeration to put away the rest of the can you don't finish. So these can be really good. You do have to be careful with these because they can get damaged and compromised more easily than a metal can. And they're not going to last as long as a canned veggie, but they can last quite a long time, especially if you're careful with the containers. So they can be a good thing to keep on hand, especially if you rotate them. I was looking all over for the date. I finally found it. It's hidden under the lid of the paper. So these are good until 2026. And of course, most things are good longer than these Best Buy dates, but it shows that it gives us about gosh, almost a year and a half to be able to use these of shelf life. So I'd say at least probably 2 years you could get out of these packs. This is another Dollar Tree item that I just bought a bunch of because I had bought these before. It's gravy and chunk white chicken. So it's not just the canned chicken, but it's canned chicken with gravy. And I had bought these and I hadn't tried them. And I honestly, in my mind, had a feeling they probably weren't going to be very good, which is probably why I hadn't opened them to try them. I figured they'd have a lot of gravy, not a lot of chicken, and just not be very tasty. But I finally decided, I'm just going to open one up and try it. So I opened one up and dumped it in a bowl and I warmed it up and I tried it and it was really, really good. There was actually quite a bit of chicken in it. I mean, it's a single serving. This is the small can. And so it says it's a single serving, but there was a good amount of chicken and a good amount of gravy, and the gravy was really tasty. You can see the black pepper bits in it. Yeah, it's got black pepper bits and it was really, really, really good. So I bought several more of these now that I know that they're good and that I could use them. I mean, they would even be good to just open up and use for a quick meal for, one person, just putting it over some mashed potatoes or some rice. Lots of different things you could do with these. So over here, I've got a few of these Parmesan cheese shakers from Dollar Tree. Now, this is the one that's grated topping. So it's not even pure Parmesan cheese. It's really not very good as cheese. But what I buy these for is the lids, because I use these lids on my canning jars, my regular mouth canning jars. They make a really nice lid on the top if you have something you want to get into and shake out or dump out a lot. So I find that I don't go through Parmesan cheese fast enough to get as many lids as I want. So when I need some more, I just buy these really cheap Parmesan cheeses, take the lids off, and get rid of the containers. Next, I got this Carb Quick baking mix. This is from Walmart. Now, this is kind of like a Bisquick type of mix, but it's keto-friendly, low carb. I really want to try working with this to make some keto and low carb meals in a jar and things. Like I've done biscuits, like two or three ingredient biscuits in a jar, and I want to try it with this lower carb baking mix and see how this comes out. So I'm excited to do some experimenting with this. This was pretty expensive, to be honest, but I think with many like low carb keto items like this, you are going to pay a bit more. If it's good, it'll probably be worth it. So if anybody's tried this out there, let me know how it is down in the comments and what you like to make with it. Here I've got another set of my canisters that I use. I get a lot of questions about my canisters because people see them in my videos. They're in my kitchen and I use them for my ingredients that I do in a lot of my cooking videos. These are the canisters that I get and they're called Flip Tight. And I really, really love, this is the set that I buy usually all the time because it has the small, medium, and large. The medium is my most used size. I use that for a ton of things. It holds about 12 cups. But I also use that small size, and that is not available on its own. You can buy these other two sizes by themselves, but you cannot buy that smaller 4-cup canister any other way than this set. So I usually buy this set when I need more canisters, but I do have another set back here that I will show you in a minute. That's the other set I sometimes buy. And here I've got this is a big bag of these glazed walnuts. I used to buy glazed walnuts just at the grocery store around here all the time, and I can't find them anymore easily in my area. So I think the ones I used to buy were Emerald, was in a green bag, but these are probably just as good. This was a really big bag, so it was about the cheapest price per ounce that I could find, what was available to me, because I can't find them in the store. I found glazed pecans that I use, but I wanted some walnuts too. So I like to put, these are good for a snack, but I also like to put them on salads. I really love to put a little sprinkle of these on certain salads, so that's why I like to have these around. These are non-GMO, and walnuts are a very healthy nut. Of course, yeah, they're good in yogurt. I like them on salads, oatmeal, that would be good. Of course, they do have carbs because they are glazed with sugar. But I don't think I even eat a 1/4 cup when I have a little serving. So back here, I've got several of these plastic bins full of different things that I got. And I also got these baskets. I bought some more of these baskets. So I'll show you these as well. So you can see these baskets. They're pretty long and narrow. They're like, I think, 15 inches long. And they are the perfect size to hold packets like this. And I have a hard time. We store a lot of things like this in packets. And I have a hard time knowing how to store them on a shelf. So I put them in these bins and I can just slide the bin in and out. It's really great. Like these are mashed potato packets. So these are the ones you don't have to add milk, butter, salt, any of that stuff because it's all in here. So these are complete. You just add water. I love these for preparedness because you don't need milk and butter. I also love these just for those days when you just need a really, really quick side dish to serve with something else. But you can see when I store things in these bins, because their things are wider at the bottom and narrower at the top, I will sort of alternate them right side up and upside down a lot of the time, like this. But having a bin like this is also really good for if I have more than one flavor in the same row. So there's buttery, and then back here I have some of the 4 cheese. I'm adding all these into our pantry, restocking. But so this way, if I have them all on the shelf, I can pull the basket out and find the other flavor. This one is full of some more salad toppings. So this is a maple glazed walnuts that I found when I was looking for the other glazed walnuts. This, they are a superfood snack because walnuts really are a very, very healthy nut. And this one, having some real maple syrup on it, maybe is a little bit healthier than the regular glazed. So I've got a bunch of these, and then I got this salad topping here, which I discovered, crispy beets, balsamic beets. I just kind of stumbled across this when I was looking at the other salad toppings, and I thought that sounded really good. So I grabbed, I think it was a 4-pack of these. And then this here, this is the one I was actually looking for when I found the beets, is these crispy dill pickle flavored like salad toppings. But these would be good on so many things. Like we use French fried onions on so many things. Nowadays, we used to only use them on like a green bean casserole, and now we use them on top of casseroles. We sprinkle them on meatloaf. We put them on all kinds of things. So I had crispy dill pickles like this in a pre-made salad that I got. It was one of those chopped salads, and it was barbecue ranch. And it came with a packet of crispy dill pickles. And I typically don't use the crispy topping on those salads because it's usually the carby part. Like it's usually, tortilla strips or croutons or something. But I wanted to try these, so I did put them on the salad, and it was so good. I had never had this, and I thought it was amazing. It was so good with that barbecue flavor. And so I grabbed some more of these. It would be good on so many things like burgers. It would be great on burgers. It would be great on pulled pork sandwiches, barbecue pulled pork sandwiches with some coleslaw and some crispy pickles. Potato salad, it says here. Yeah, pulled pork sandwiches, like all sorts of things you could put this on. So I did look in my area. I thought I would be able to find these, but I couldn't find them. So I had to get them online. So I ended up getting, I believe, a 12-pack from Amazon because it was the cheapest way to find them per package. And I know that we'll be able to use these up before they could go bad because they have a pretty long date on them. I found that Walmart also makes a great value brand of some crispy dill pickle salad toppers, but they don't have it at my Walmart. They have it at another Walmart that I go to occasionally that's further away. So I am going to try those when I can get my hands on them so I can compare the two brands. But I wanted to grab these so that I have them to use right now. And then in this basket here, I've got some different ramen stuff. We like to do our own ramen cups sometimes and try to make it a little bit healthier. So these are organic, different ramens from this Lotus Foods. And I got these from Azure Standard. I'll put a link down below to Azure Standard. They have amazing quality standards. They sell a lot of organic stuff. They don't allow a lot of the bad things that are in our food. Like they don't allow artificial colors in any of the food that they sell. They don't allow GMOs and things like that. So, and I found they have really good prices on stuff as well. So I got a few packs of these healthier options for ramens. This is a millet and brown rice ramen. So these are gluten-free and whole grain. This is a forbidden rice ramen, which is kind of like a black rice, but you can see that it kind of looks purple, which I thought was really cool. That might be cool for kids or teenagers. And then there's a jade pearl rice ramen. So that's a green ramen. Now these are gluten-free, but they're not low carb. So these will mostly be for the kids to try. I will probably try them to see how I think they are. But I did get myself some low carb keto ramen noodles, and I tried those and they're pretty good. So I'm going to keep buying those for myself. I should have actually had some here because they were supposed to come in my subscribe and save this week, but I had the weirdest thing happen with Amazon. Has anyone else had this happen lately? My whole shipment, my whole subscribe and save shipment says delayed, not yet shipped. It was supposed to be here Tuesday. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen that happen. I've had maybe one item that gets delayed and not shipped because that item's out of stock, but I've never had my whole shipment, like 5 items at least. The whole thing says delayed, not yet shipped. So it made me wonder if something was going on with maybe the Amazon shipping facility or something. So I don't know. Has anybody else noticed anything weird? But I got these from Azure Standard, so I will link to them down below. They are a great place to shop, and if you go on and create an account with them, then you can share a link and you can earn free credit if people that you know buy through your link, which is more free food, which is awesome. And then I did get a bag of ramen toppings. This is a beef mix. I love these ramen toppings, these ramen bay. We love these. They're so good. You just throw a spoonful on top of your ramen when it's cooking or sitting in the hot water, and it just adds such a nice little extra bit to your ramen, and the kids love it and the teenagers love it. It actually makes really good gifts. I've given this to my oldest daughter for Christmas last year. I'll probably give some more this year. So once again, thinking about things that can be gifts as well as preps. But ramen is such a staple in so many people's preppers pantries, and it is in ours too. Like, I love ramen. It's really good, but it's not that healthy. So we're just trying to find healthier ways to do it. Then back here I've got, this is just another type of bin that I use that I got a few of. I'll put all these bins down in the description box below the video. This is some things I got from Dollar Tree again. These are fairly new. These are pre-cooked pasta. So it's already cooked, it just needs to be heated up. You can microwave it, but you can also do it in a pan if you were without power. Look at all this. I didn't even see that this is non-GMO, BPA-free pouch. It's kosher. Wow, lots of different stuff here. And it does have dates out until June of 2026. So this would last almost two years just on its best by dates, and probably longer than that. The great thing about having things like this in your prepper pantry is that you don't need to have water to cook it. That is one thing about pasta, rice, beans, all of those things that people keep a lot of, is you have to have extra water on hand to prepare them, which doesn't mean you shouldn't store them. It just means you do need to take into account the water, but it can help to have some things on hand that you just need to heat up, that you don't need to cook with water. Would also save on fuel too. And then the other thing I got from Dollar Tree that's along the same lines are these cilantro lime rice. These are already pre-cooked rice packets, and this one is pretty good. And I used this one in a meal in a bag recipe, and it came out super yummy. So like I said, I'm going to make some more of those. Keep an eye out for a video coming soon where I will do those Dollar Tree meals in a bag. But this is another thing that's really good to have on hand. It's all cooked. It doesn't need any water. You just need to heat it up, and you can do that in a pan. And then finally, I got this one last set of these containers. Now, this is a 4-pack of just the middle-sized container. So like I mentioned, that is my most used size. It pretty much perfectly holds a family can of freeze-dried food, the large gallon-sized can. Sometimes, depending on how fluffy the contents of the can are, sometimes it needs the bigger size canister. But most things I can fit into these, especially if I'm using a little bit of it when I first open it. And so because that's the size I use most, I do sometimes buy this 4-pack. That's what we've added to our preps and prepper pantry lately. If there's anything you want to check out, I have put links to most everything that I talked about down below the video. And anything you can't find there, just leave me a comment and ask. Black Friday is coming up soon, and early Black Friday deals are going on right now, which is a great opportunity to bulk up your own preps for less, or to give the gift of preparedness this year to someone that you care about who could use it. Be sure to join our Deals and Steals group on Facebook, where I post the deals that I find and sales that I find that are going on, and text alert to my number down here on the screen and in the description box and pinned comment as well, to get an alert as soon as the Big Thrive Life Black Friday sale begins, as well as any coupon codes and deals that may come out in the future. I promise to let you know about how you can enter to win $100 worth of premium freeze-dried food. I'm running a drawing for $100 in free credit on my Thrive Life site, which means the best freeze-dried food in the world. Is there anyone out there who couldn't use $100 worth of free food right now? This is a contest for my Thrive Life customers and first level team members, but there's no purchase necessary to win, so you only have to have an account registered on my website to be eligible to win. I've already sent out an email to everyone who was already registered with a link to enter the drawing. So if you are a registered customer and you didn't get an email from me, check your junk mail, and also go to the website and log in and check the top of the page, and you should see my name and face up there at the top. What I found is that there's a lot of people who thought they were shopping on my site, but for some reason, they didn't end up shopping with me. And usually we find this out when someone contacts me for help with an order, and I can't help them because they're not in my system. But we can fix that if that's the case, so just reach out and let me know what's going on. If you're not already a registered customer, then you can create an account easily. It's totally free. I'll put the website down below for you to do that. And then once you register, I'll send you the link to enter the drawing. This drawing is not sponsored by YouTube or Thrive Life. You can read all the official rules down below. And the last day is going to be November 26, 2024. So if you're watching this after that date and the contest is over, don't worry, because we do contests like this all the time. So if you create an account, you'll automatically be eligible and ready the next time we do a drawing, a giveaway, or anything else fun for our customers. So to sign up for an account, you can go to tryfreezedried.com and click the register here button at the top of the page. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me a shopping cart emoji down in the comments and check out this video next for some tips on preparing for a winter power outage. I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.